which is really very important. We have, just to add one bit about this, we have an 8th grade program which the Muslim Community Center participates in, and my kids learn about different religions, but I think the most inspiring for them is when they visit with Dr. Nassar or Sheikh Alobaidi, and they're amazed by what we have in common with the Muslim community. And so when we find that common ground, it's very inspiring. And so it's the lowering of walls, the lowering of fences, which is what we're trying to do here.
There, Dr. Nassar, I'll ask you a little bit more about that. Do you think people expect you all not to get along?
People are surprised sometimes, but then after a few minutes it dawns on them very quickly that we actually have a tremendous amount in common. And I think I work mostly with the youth. I teach Sunday school at the Muslim Community Center in Tucson. And I also teach college students at the University of Arizona. And I find that all of the youth, teenagers, high school, college students, they're all thirsty for knowledge. They're thirsty for spiritual knowledge. And while they may not know or may not necessarily be connected to their parents' religious organizations, they're thirsty for knowledge. And so as they come to know either their own religious tradition better or get to be exposed to other people's religious traditions, they find that there's a lot in common and a lot that all of us can draw on and learn from each other.
In the last couple of weeks, and they're a strong generation. Imam, I'll ask you about this as well, that and feel free, anyone who wants to remark on this, but how has this generation changed in its faith? Are they asking something different of faith and religion now?
حقيقة يعني هذا البرنامج برنامج كبير جدا، وأنا سعيد فيه جدا. وفي السنة الماضية كان بعد أن نزلنا من المنصة الكل رحبوا بنا وقالوا نحن هذا الذي نريد، وهذا الذي نريد أن ننشئ أجيالنا القادمة على حب الآخرين، ولما نكون سويا سنكون أقوى وسنكون أفضل.
So Imam Watheq said that last year after the event, which was a huge and very successful one, once they got down from the stage, everyone was thanking them and saying that this is exactly what we need. And this is really what our youth need. This is really what they're thirsting for and yearning for to see. They're very encouraged by it and encouraging us to do it again.
أيضا أنا عندي لما أتيت إلى أمريكا قبل 9 سنوات عندي رسالة سلام أريد أن أعممها على كل الأرض.
Imam Watheq also said that when he came to this country 9 years ago from Iraq, he came with a message of peace and love that he wanted to share with everyone here.
لأني فقدت عائلتي وأخوتي من خلال العنف الديني والعنف الطائفي.
Because he lost friends and family and neighbors as a result of the violence in his homeland.
فلم أستطع أن أنشر رسالة السلام في العراق، واستطعت والحمد لله أن أنشرها في أمريكا.
Since he wasn't able to stay in Iraq and spread the message of love and peace there, he was very excited to come to America and do that here.
والآن نحن نعمل لنكون سويا، لأن الله تعالى خلقنا من أب وأم واحدة، خلقنا من آدم وحواء وجعلنا شعوبا وقبائل لنتعارف.
Imam Watheq is very excited to be working with and to be visiting with the Jewish and Christian congregations, and also to be working with people of faith outside of the Abrahamic traditions, because after all, in the Quran it says that God has created us to as nations and tribes that we may get to know one another, and that all of us are descendants of Adam and Eve.
وفي الشهر الماضي كنت في مؤتمر كبير في واشنطن، وقد جمع هذا المؤتمر الديانة الإبراهيمية، والحمد لله نحن أيضا هنا أتباع سيدنا إبراهيم عليه السلام.
Last month, Imam Alobaidi was in Washington, D.C. for a very large gathering of faith leaders from all the Abrahamic traditions, and he's very excited to also spread that message here in Tucson.
So how important is faith in finding some peace in our world and in our nation and even here in our community?
الإيمان ضروري لكل الناس.
Faith is necessary for everyone.
لأنه كل إيمان يدعو إلى الارتقاء بالبشر نفسه.
Because
تجعل علاقته مع الله سبحانه وتعالى.
to create harmony and peace between people.
ولأنه تعليم الله سبحانه وتعالى للأنبياء جميعا هو الارتقاء بالبشر وحمايتهم من مكائد الشيطان.
Because God's message to all of the prophets and all of the messengers was to help people, guide people, and protect them from temptations of evil.
فرسالة الله للبشرية هي رسالة سلام وتراحم وحب.
Because so the message of God to all people is a message of peace and love and kindness.
Dr. Nassar, I'll ask you, since you work often with young people, how are they called to action? Sometimes we feel so helpless. So many things happen in the world and in the news, and we just feel like it's too much. And bringing my spaghetti sauce and my pasta tomorrow night, I know I'm making a small effort, but then there's sort of an empty feeling too, like there's got to be more that I need to do. Do you find that that call to action is even greater in our young people now?
Absolutely. I think young people are very excited and are really showing us older folks how it's done in terms of action, utilizing social media and in lots of different ways on the ground. But they're also showing us that community is very important, and they're also leading the way in reminding all of us, as Rabbi Lachman and others have said, that faith alone isn't enough, that faith needs to be accompanied by action in our community, by action in our nation, and by action in our world. And it's a message that I think all of our faiths have. I know certainly in Islam we have it as well, that faith needs to be accompanied with righteous deeds. And I think young folks are reminding us of that, and in many ways showing us how it can be done.
Imam, you have been here 9 years. Are we lacking, as someone who has recently moved here, are we lacking in that respect area? And do you see it getting better or worse from your perspective?
حقيقة يعني شفت الشيء أفضل.
And to be honest, things are better here.
وأخذت حريتي كاملة.
And I've received my full freedom here.
وأفتخر بأنني مواطن أمريكي الآن.
And Imam says he's proud that he's an American citizen.
وأؤدي العبادة والصلوات بحرية والملبس بحرية كاملة.
And that he can pray and dress in full freedom.
بنفس الوقت أنا مؤمن بأن هذه الأرض سيرثها عباد الله الصالحين.
At the same time, he's confident that on this earth,
وهذا واجب القيادات الدينية.
And that it's the responsibility of all religions to guide people towards righteousness.
اتجاه مجتمعاتهم أن يدعون مجتمعاتهم إلى الأمن والسلام والحب والتراحم.
And that all people of faith have the responsibility to guide their people and lead their people towards faith and compassion and love for one another.
حقيقة لذلك نصيحتي لما تحدث أي مشكلة في أي مكان في العالم يجب أن ننظر إلى القيادات الدينية في ذلك المكان وكيف يبثون نصائحهم للآخرين.
And so whenever we see a point of conflict anywhere in the world, we should look to their religious leaders to see what role they're playing in helping to diffuse that situation.
Thoughtfulness in answering these questions, and I hope that we can make a difference by broadcasting this and with the event tomorrow night as well, and going forward, and maybe next year, maybe? Okay, let's hope so. Thank you all so very much. I really appreciate it. And right now, we want to remind you about the event. I will give you those details, and we can put them up on the screen for you. Again, tomorrow night, 7 p.m., and this is for all ages, all faiths, to please come. You are welcome to pray and to congregate with all of the people you saw at the table and many, many more of your neighbors here in Tucson. So again, this is the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints at 939 West Chapala Drive in Tucson, 7 p.m. You are encouraged to bring a can of pasta sauce and a package of pasta to help the Interfaith Food Bank, and that would be your source of action if you can help tomorrow night. Thank you for tuning in. Please leave your comments, your questions, and let's make a difference together.
Just that part, I think.